proud members of the Podbelly Podcast Network.
I know you're tired.
It was Tuesday.
You can do it!
But for me, it was Tuesday. For you, it's the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. But for me, it was
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. Rig-a-dig-a-doo.
Rig-a-dig-a-dig-a-doo?
Rig-a-dig-dig-dig. It's a Chang dog.
What?
Like Andy Bernard. I'm watching too much of that Office. I'm telling you that much.
You haven't seen The Office in so long.
Oh, I just go
But
right
I saw
through
that
it.
What's Her Name have a podcast called The Office Ladies or whatever.
It's really, really good. I've been Jenna Fisher and
The blonde girl. Whatever the
Angela
hell her-
Kinsey.
There
They
you go.
have a podcast called The Office Ladies. And it's such a brilliant idea because I think there's like over 100 episodes in The Office.
So do they...
And then they
What's
literally
the
go
premise?
over. No, so what it is that they go over every episode from like episode 1. They have like little fast facts. They have little like tidbits of knowledge. Like, oh, it was written in the script. Dwight should do this, but Rainn Wilson proactively decided to do this, and that's the most memorable scene in the whole show.
Rainn Wilson fucking cracks me up, dude.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine him going through his initial read, his first read on like a dry script, like, okay, well, we have an idea, because his character is based off of Gareth. If you don't know the Office,
I've
the
never
UK
seen
version,
the original Office.
it's really, really funny. Actually, I will say this: it only lasted 2
Didn't
years.
only go one season? Oh,
no,
two?
in 2 years. All the English
Okay.
shows only go 2 years because they exit when it's hot. Like they
They don't
exit
believe in, like...
going on forever and
No.
ever and ever. Because I will say that when Michael leaves in season 8, I don't know actually, season 7, season 8, it's just really, really tough, and they kind of go through this whole thing where they're trying to replace him. And
Then
it's
doesn't he
like,
come back?
No. I think he's like gone. He just does movies. Good old Michael's doing movies. But either which way, enough of, I mean,
Oh, was that when... Did he leave because him and Holly got married or something like that? Okay.
yeah, Holly's dad got
But then who
like-
takes over for him? I don't...
And then it ends up
Maybe I
being
stopped
Robert.
watching when he left.
Well, right, because it's just like it just kind of goes on a little too long.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then I have a friend Maria that I
doesn't
work with.
Daryl take over for a while or something?
No, it's like Robert California takes over. He's James Spader's character,
Oh,
and then Andy
eh.
Bernard like kind of takes over in the end.
Eh.
It's just, yeah, I know, but right, it just kind of goes up for like the next like 3 years. It's just up and down, Who's in
Pam
charge?
and Jim's their
Who's in
engagement
charge
at
here?
the gas station, though, one of
Oh.
the best fucking engagement
Look at
scenes
you.
ever.
Look at you, you softy.
Dude, oh for sure, 100%.
You
I wanna,
softy, you.
I want to propose to a girl at a gas station in
On the
rain.
New Jersey Turnpike 35 stop.
Yep.
As you're heading up to hey, what's all that about, man? Come on, man, we're doing a live record,
Oh, shoot.
bro.
Sorry, man.
It's Tuesday. We're trying to do our tips and tricks Tuesday.
So wait, what's your tip or trick?
Oh, bro, you know what I always do, man? My tip and trick. Yeah, my tip and trick is learn how to work your phone. We were trying to time all that out, man. My biggest tip and trick that I could ever give anybody. If you're on a date, if you're with your parents, if you're with your friend, and you guys are going out to dinner together, guess what? Leave that phone in the car, man. Just leave that phone in the car. I'm not lying to you. Like, if you got an important call that you cannot miss. Oh, my baby's about to be due. My girl's pregnant and I can't wait. Okay, then probably you shouldn't be going out to dinner with your friend. You know, probably you should be with your spouse or your girlfriend or whoever it is
Yeah.
that's having the baby. Well, I gotta wait for this job interview thing to come, and I gotta make sure I can hear from. Probably should have. I understand we live in a wonderful age and day of cell phones where, you know, if anyone's sick or someone gets hurt around the country, you can always pick up the phone. Oh hell, oh okay, good. I knew you were here, Tim. Pick me up. I broke my leg. Oh, I'm on my way. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, if you're kind of going out with that special somebody. Or anybody.
Or even your family or your friends,
Yeah.
like give them the respect. And because you probably can't leave your phone in your pocket, it's better to just leave it in the car.
Yeah, and I gotta be honest, it's not even out of respect, even though yes, in the baseline it is, but it's about how irreplaceable time is. Meaning that I don't know how long does dinner traditionally take in my family. We try and schedule it for an hour. Good Lord, luck if it ever goes 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's got stuff to do. But short of the long, though, is that it's just nice to sit around, talk with your family, because I guarantee you that, unfortunately, Father Time is undefeated. Sometimes those family members may not be around, or sometimes those friends may not be around, or sometimes nothing lasts forever. And so I don't think that you're going to miss the hits on your Instagram. I don't think you're going to miss like the call that you never got from the boss that never offered you the job. But I do think that you'll miss like an opportunity on like laughing at a joke, or maybe dad or mom spills hot soup on the, or not hot soup on their tie, not like an injurious way, but like, the dad's tie fell in the wine and it was stained red for the whole night. Ha ha.
Yeah,
ha,
or like
ha,
your
ha.
grandma telling you a cool story about growing up in Germany that you didn't know.
Yeah.
That your dad's never even heard.
See, that's the opportunity that you miss
Yeah.
if you're just always waiting for, well, my friend's going to call me because we're going to go out to party tonight.
When
Or,
cell phone addiction is a real thing, for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
And I've found that, like, for work and stuff, I mean, sometimes I need to bring it in with me, but if I'm going to be, doing multiple things in like a hospital or something. But a lot of the times, if I'm just going to go into a meeting with one person, boom, I'll just leave the phone in the car.
Yeah.
And it's so much better because then you don't have that, like, you don't sort of, you're not tempted because you don't have that thing in your pocket. Like, it's gone. It's gone and there's nothing you can do about it. And maybe it freaks you out. It's kind of like, have you ever left the house and forgot your phone and you can't go back and get it?
Yeah.
So you have to spend like hours without your phone. And like, it's weird at first because you almost feel naked. You're like, I need my phone. No, you don't. You're going to be fine. And then you know what? After the first initial, like, whatever wears off, you're like, wow, I feel so much freer without that fucking thing.
It's
dragging
so
me down.
Yeah, I know. I think that there's some like unique kind of dependency that either, you know how like, what is it? The Beers Company has like said, if you want to get married, you have to get a diamond or else you don't love her enough. Oh, 3 months salary or else you don't know.
I'm going to
her.
make her a ring out of tinfoil.
Well, that's kind of also part of my premise too, is that like, I think that Motorola or Nokia or whoever it was back in the day had kind of created this, hey, well, don't be left home without it. What happens if you're running down the street to go and get some groceries and you get in a car accident and die? Oh, who are you gonna tell? And it's like almost like, oh crap, you're right. What would I do? But there, how many centuries or generations of people have existed before that didn't have that immediate cell phone opportunity?
And think about it. This did bite me in the ass once, but it actually didn't.
Okay.
So I was Brett. Brett and Lindsay just got back from Egypt, so I was supposed to pick them up at the train station. You can take a train to Egypt apparently, but so I stopped by the grocery store to pick up like one or two things, like real quick. Leave my phone in the car, and I had just started driving the new car that now doesn't work. But regardless, new to me anyways. It wasn't new. So I go into the grocery store, whatever, come out, pop the trunk, throw my groceries in. I had my keys around my finger, like the key ring was around my finger. And when I put the groceries in the trunk, the grocery bag like pulled the keys with it and I didn't notice it, closed the trunk, locked my keys in the car. So I didn't have my phone. I'm driving a car that I'm really not familiar with. And so I had to go into the grocery store, get them to let me use their phone so I could call my sister to tell her to pick Brett up and then call AAA.
That's pretty impressive that you wouldn't even knew your sister's phone number right off the bat.
That's one of, the only 3 numbers that I know off the top of my head are my mom, my dad, and my sister.
All right.
I didn't even know Brett's number off the top of my head.
Yeah,
so I
of course
couldn't
not.
call Brett. Well, because you don't need to know people's numbers anymore. But I know those 3, luckily. So, So the cool, the short of the long is that the cool thing is the lady who helped me out at Ralph's was so nice, and it's just Ralph's right by my house.
Nice.
So like now every time I go in there, I see her, and like we have a cool I'm like, oh, she's the best teller ever. Like I tell all the people in line how cool she is. And so it's like something good came out of it.
Something good came out of it.
She genuinely helped me, and then I make her feel appreciated. I don't even know if she remembers me. Like it's been a few
Someone
months.
keeps
It's
coming
been like
and saying
2
hi.
months, and she's like, "This man really likes me. I think I need a restraining order." So yeah, leave your phone.
Leave your phone.
Good stuff happens. Even if bad stuff happens, good stuff happens after that.
True that.
Or something.
And I'll say this too, more than anything, and this is the thing I kind of like more, is that you and I grew up in a generation without cell phones. Like we had dinner time.
Yeah, we're literally the last ones because cell phones like first kind of came out when we were in high school, but people didn't really have them. And then cell phones were just cell phones. You had to like
2008 or something like that.
You had to like. I remember when I was in college, we had cell phones, but you had to like. Nobody really texted because you could send a text, but it was like you had to press like 333.
It was like 50 cents a text.
Yeah, it wasn't really. It wasn't efficient.
Yeah.
And then smartphones came out when like
2006, 2007.
Yeah,
like
and then they were
hit
probably by 2010. It was probably like kind of more the norm.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but either which way, it was just like how much societal degradation has happened in a decade's time or 20 years time.
Especially social degradation.
Social degradation.
Like social skills have just gone to shit.
Yeah. But it's not like you can easily kind of stop this or at least say, hey. Now, you don't even need to stop it. I know that everyone's cell phone is so important to them, but you could at least say, hey, if you're going out to dinner with somebody and you sit down with them at a table, yeah, it may be really, really difficult to kind of carry a conversation for an hour. I'm not saying have dinner with this person for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours. Just have dinner with this person.
Well, you know, it's a fun one. Everybody puts their phone on the table.
Yeah.
And the first person to check their phone has to pay the whole bill. If you're with friends or family. But also the other cool thing, like my buddy Jeremy, I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. Jeremy, if you're out there, what's up? But I think he does, I don't know if it's every night or like one night a week where they have like no digital devices.
Oh, a digital free day.
Digital free, yeah. So like as soon as the kids get home from school, mom and dad get home from work, there's like Thursdays like family time, you know, so no digital, whatever. But I think, you know, a lot of times like it's so easy to kind of not have those social interactions, but I think we're missing out. So I think we need to kind of make take the energy to go ahead and kind of get back engaged in some of those social interactions.
Yeah. Amen to that. That's a little tip and trick.
There's our tip and our trick.
For Tuesday.
So Tuesday,
Put that
y'all
phone down.
have a good day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.